Okay, so why are you winning jobs but still losing money? Well, a lot of people think this is very complicated. It's really not complicated. It's really very simple. The simple reason is that you're doing a job and your expenses on that job are more than your sales, period. Now, why that happens, there's a lot of different reasons, and we'll get into some of that. But fundamentally, uh, you can do one of two things. You either have to raise your price or you got to reduce your cost, or maybe you need to do both of them in order to stay competitive. But the first thing is that you got to know what your numbers are 100%. You're never going to lose money going in if you know for a fact that your bid is too low. That's why, I recommend that you do what I did is you use a estimating system that you can rely on, that you can count on. It's an estimating system that, quite frankly, I built it myself, but I've been using it for over 35, 40 years, and it allowed me to go from actually zero money. I actually had a debt at the time from zero money to over 700 employees. So the reason that happened is because I knew my numbers. Okay, and so many times I would go into a bid with a customer, construction bid. Now, most of everything I did was construction, and the customer would come to me and says, "Gino, you need to lower your price by 10%." Well, doggone it, I've only got 7% profit in there, so I just tell them, "Okay, good luck. I'll see you later. I am not interested." And I would refuse it. And that was the right thing to do. How many times that customer came back to me later and says, I want you to come back and do the work. You know why? Because the low bid that he got was doing junk work. So he wanted absolute low bid and good work. Well, good work takes a little bit more time and money than bad work. At any rate, yeah, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to know your numbers. Know your numbers through an estimating process, which my Easy Construction Estimating program gives you for free for in the very beginning. Just download it. Now, what it is you can also look at your costs in a lot of different ways. It's not just your bid. It's not just your number, because if you are experiencing unnecessary costs, then you're going to be high on a regular basis, because you're going to, first of all, you got to know that you're high. And once you put the numbers in there that are true and correct, and you pay yourself for all of your expenses, whatever they might be, you might be too high. Well, then the only answer is you got to reduce your costs. So a lot of different ways to reduce your costs, but take it one step at a time. Look at all of it. It's really not that complicated. What it is first of all, well, you got material. Okay, well, when you look at your material, are you doing a good job of ordering your material from a good seller that gives you a good discount? I would always allow my vendors that would sell me material to give me a price on every job, and I'd let them compete against each other. I've got to compete against my competitors, so I let them compete also. The other area, well, let's stay on that. While we're still talking about materials, you cannot just look at the quantity of material. You got to look at how much of the material that you're going to buy is going to go to waste. Whenever you buy material, there's always pieces of it that cannot be used. You get cut up, or you get discarded or thrown away or whatever. So not everything you buy is usable. So you have to figure that how much of your waste is going to exist. Also, you need to know, how efficient is your labor? Is your labor really efficient? Do they show up on time? Do they have a lot of dead time when they're not working? I mean, you got to give them their break. You got to give them their lunch. Of course you do. But beyond that, how much chit chat time do they have? Are they talking around? Are they, everything is competitive and everything must be efficient. So you need to take a look at that also. Are your workers efficient? Look at your overhead. How many people do you have working in the office? quite frankly, you might consider yourself as being the owner or the manager as overhead. You might have to go yourself without any pay for a while until you get your costs all figured out. So also, you also have to understand that besides your costs, you've got to do good work. You do need to do good work always. Don't do bad work just to save money. Do good work, because when you are known and respected for your good work, you know what? You will not need to be absolute low bidder all the time. I've got customers that I've had for over 30 years, and they wouldn't even think of going anywhere else. I mean, and I give them a bid still. I give them a legitimate bid on every job, and they put it into their budget and they make it work. But they know that my bids are always extremely consistent because I have my process for estimating, and I don't go by the square foot. I don't go by the anything other than hard costs. I know what the hard costs are, and I work on a percentage across the board, and that's what they expect me to do. Also, there's sometimes opportunities to reduce the cost. Okay, you can reduce the cost of your overhead. You reduce the cost by material shopping. You reduce the cost by efficiency. You reduce the cost by getting rid of some of your monthly payments that maybe you don't need. Do you need to have all that equipment that you are either leasing or borrowing money on? If you're using it all the time, yes. If not, you might be better off getting rid of it and then just renting it when on occasion that you really need it, if you're not using it all the time. These are just small options that are easy to look at, and everybody's got to look at their own job, and you need to look at your particular business and realize that when you're out there, your prices that cost you are yours, not everybody else's. And if you get your prices down to where you are efficient, then your competitors will have a hard time competing with you. So go ahead and do the best that you can do. And the way I can help you, of course, is with easyconstructionestimating.com. You can download my program, absolutely free, no credit card, no nothing. Run it for 15 days, and then if you don't want to use it, the work that you do is always yours. You'll always be able to see it on a read-only basis. It'll never be lost. So come by and visit us and sign up on this channel. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. And we will see you on the next video that'll be coming by very soon, and they'll be coming by on a regular basis. So yeah, by all means, sign up and sign on to the channel, because besides the estimating program, I'm going to be discussing all of these issues for a construction company of what you got to do to get ahead. Today, we discussed costs. Next time, we'll discuss other things that have to do with a business expanding their profit margin. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day, a good time, and we will see you on the next video. Bye for now.